Anticipation, the second of the 12 principles of animation. What's up, Survivalists? It's Shay from Team W&J here, and in this video I will teach you how to apply these rules in your Minecraft animations. Before we start, I'm a professional video editor. I edit films, videos, movies, etc. Animation is second to me. I've learned it by myself for about 6 years. What I say may not be 100% true or correct, but it's what I do as of January 2018. In the description, you will find Alan Becker's video on Anticipation. Alan Becker is a much better animator than I am, and he knows what he's talking about a lot more than me. If you want to learn more, I heavily suggest watching his video. So what is anticipation? Well, anticipation is basically what I like to call setup time. For many emotions, you have to set up for it. Use a spring, for example, and you hear me using springs a lot as an example because it just works. If you want a spring to bounce away, you gotta press it down first, and the action of pressing it down, that is setup time, or in this case, anticipation. Its purpose is to let the viewer know what's going to happen next, and you need to do this to ensure that the viewer doesn't miss what's about to happen. When and when not to use anticipation. Generally speaking, you want to use it all the time, but you can choose not to use it if you want, for a desired effect. Say, for example, you don't want the viewers to miss this guy running. Make sure you give him a lot of setup time so that they can't miss it. Or maybe you want to show this guy's incredible speed and doesn't need setup time. Whoosh! Gone. Or maybe, and here's how you trick the audience, maybe you set him up for a run and then I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect. I'm sorry you had to see that. Ha! Now here's my favorite part of the video, fighting. Fighting is something I put very close to my heart. I myself am a martial artist, and animating fight scenes, although they take a long time, are really my passion. So, should you use anticipation in a fight scene? Should your guy really wind up for a punch? In fighting, we call this telegraphing, and when you telegraph, you get knocked out. We want to avoid telegraphing as much as possible. Does that mean fighters have no setup time at all? No! Take a look at this guy on the right here. To the untrained eye, it might just like he's throwing a punch with no setup, but in reality, he's always set up. His bent knees are like a spring. By getting into a fight stance, he's already set up, always in a position to throw a punch, and when he dodges that punch by leaning back, notice the weight transfer to the back leg. This allows for the rear cross to come out with more tenacity when the pull counter is completed. Now, if your guy is supposed to be some bum on the street who doesn't know how to fight, sure, be as random and sporadic as you like, have as much setup time as you need. Think of all those World Star Street Fight videos you've watched. Think of how all those guys just throw wild punches left, right. It's very predictable. So if that's what you're going for, by all means, just do that. But something to note here is that although most of this is invisible to the untrained eye, it is still anticipation. Keep in mind, your fighters are looking for cues of attack so they can counterattack. Or maybe they're looking for an opening so they could attack. They are constantly on the lookout for things, just like your viewer. Your fighter cannot dodge what he cannot see, just like how your viewers cannot catch what they cannot see. Even without any fighting experience, you should be able to tell the guy on the left got hit by the guy on the right. There's an invisible setup time there that you didn't see. An experienced fighter will see that the left guy threw a wild haymaker, which the right guy pull counter. If all this was missing, all the technical details, yes, it may still look fine to the untrained eye, but somebody with enough experience would be able to call it out immediately. I heavily suggest learning some form of combat if you plan to animate combat so that you can understand these principles for yourself. So we've reached the conclusion. It's a pretty short video. The best tip I can give you to animating setup time if you're not used to it yet is to push your animation a few frames back and just think of what you would do to make the motion feel more powerful. The more you do this, the more you get a hang of it, and slowly and surely you won't need to push it back anymore. It's just going to be part of your instinct. So I hope you learned something, and if you enjoy content like this, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Peace.